About the president saying Monday, a strong majority of a democratically elected Congress. As you know, the House passed the health care bill 219 to 212. In the Senate, well, it's a fact. I know, here we go. But here we go with a fact. Imagine that. It was not a strong majority. I mean, the Republicans just pushed through the Ryan budget with Republican votes. You guys would not call that a strong majority, would you?
No, but here's the environment that we live in, Ed. In order for a budget agreement to become law, right? The Republicans don't control both the executive branch and the legislative branch, and the Democrats don't control both. In order for the absolute necessity of dealing with our deficit and debt challenges, we need a bipartisan compromise. The only path, as evident to anyone who thinks about this matter, the only path to that is a balanced approach. Republicans in the House know that. Democrats in the Senate know that. The President knows that. That's why he has embraced a balanced approach. But what the Republicans haven't...
219 to 212. So that's a strong majority, you're saying, factually?
You're talking about apples and oranges here.
No, we're talking
that
apples on health
passed...
Healthcare. 219 to 212. That is a strong majority, factually?
Ed, that passed Congress and was signed into law. You know that there is no way to, I mean, look, you're making the President's point. You know that there is no way to achieve a balanced approach, to achieve a significant compromise on deficit and debt reduction through in a budget compromise without a balanced approach. You know that. That's not going to happen right now, right? Without
we're talking about health care. We can go back to those
okay. Right? You're absolutely correct if, as some hope happens, someone else occupies the Oval Office next year and Republicans control Congress, that the Ryan Republican budget could well become law. That's exactly what the President was talking about yesterday. This is not a theoretical debate. What will become law, because this is not, you know, the conservative fringe of a Republican Party now talking, it is the entire party, is a bill, is a budget that would decimate discretionary spending on education and innovation and research and development, would end Medicare as we know it. I keep getting, you know, throwbacks to the 1990s. End Medicare as we know it by creating a voucher system for Medicare, where and a two-tiered system where you know, healthy people go to the cheaper private insurance options, and then Medicare is populated only by the older and sicker members of our senior population, driving up costs. Costs that will be shifted to seniors. And that's simply not fair. That's not what the President believes is right.
It was for Monday. I know we're talking as well about the budget, but just to be clear on health care, the President, when he defended what he was saying on the Supreme Court Monday on health care, was saying that a strong majority passed this in both chambers of Congress. Health care, not the budget, but health care. Is that 219 votes is a strong majority?
Well, a majority passed. And look, it was the point the President was making. It is that under the past 80 years of Supreme Court history, the Supreme Court has shown deference to the legislature to deal with matters under the Commerce Clause of national economic importance, like health care. And he is confident that both the Affordable Care Act, under the 80-plus years of precedent, is constitutional, and that the Supreme Court will agree with them, as did lower courts in opinions put forward by very prominent conservative judges.
Last thing, when Jessica and Ann were asking you about the budget, back on the budget, you kept saying it was a policy speech and that it was wonky, and there were wonky elements to it, no doubt, because he was talking about facts. However, he also called it laughable, the budget. He said it was a Trojan horse, social Darwinism. How can you suggest that he wasn't playing politics as well? We get that he was talking about substance too, but he was playing politics yesterday. He called it a Trojan horse.
Could have and did, in many ways, give the same speech last year at this time. And you know, he gave a speech in response to the original Ryan budget that was very clear about why he felt that it was not the right answer to our challenges economically. And there really is no difference between that and this, except that we now know that all of the would-be leaders of the Republican Party, virtually, those who would be president, support the Ryan Republican budget and think it's the right way to go. The President disagrees. Yes.